everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are making another speed build and this time it is another magical home in this beautiful world of Glimmerbrook. So I wanted to make this a smaller home than my previous build and I decided to call it a mystical cottage. So yeah, I kind of had a hard time naming this build, but I ended up with mystical cottage because I felt like it's a super magical and super like colorful and fun, and yeah, it's just like super mysterious and bright and vibrant in its own way, which is why I called it that. Um, as you can see here, it is a two-story home. It just has one bedroom and one bathroom. It's a bit of a squish, to be very honest, but I still don't think it's small enough to be called a tiny home. So I'm not calling it a tiny home. It ended up costing around 87,000 simoleons, and it would be perfect for 1 to 2 sims. So you just have one double bed in that second floor bedroom, and other than that, you have just a little bit of space. Like that cauldron, I was just able to insert that in this small 3x3 second floor landing. So yeah, it's a bit of a squish, as I had just mentioned. So anyway, another interesting thing about this house is that I think it looks good from like both the front and the back side of it. You don't see it yet, but I'm about to turn this house around because I decided that the other side looks better as the front of the house. You see that tower over there, it actually just houses, or it's just, yeah, it just houses the staircase leading up to the second floor, and I felt like it looked like an interesting thing to just have the staircase in that small tower. And I decided to color it like super vibrant colors, so it's primarily this rich magenta color, and then you're gonna see me put a lot of turquoise in it as well. So yep, here I am turning it around right now, and I decided to make this the front of the house. But then afterwards, when I finished finishing everything, I realized that the back of the house looks good as well, and maybe in another life I would have made that the front, but I'm pretty happy with this decision too. So yeah, you're gonna see me color that I don't know what to call it, like that part that sticks out with that turquoise blue, which you're also going to see around the house. I wanted it to be a very fun and lively and vibrant home, perhaps for a young spellcaster. It could be like a teen spellcaster or somebody with a lot of personality. Like you could imagine all the outrageous outfits and outrageous hair that the spellcaster might have. And yeah, I just thought it was a lot of fun. Aside from these colors, I also put in a lot of yellow, so you're gonna see that it more in the interior. But right now, we are still working on this. Like I said, wouldn't that back part also look wonderful as the front of the house? I think it really would. So yeah, I decided to use these windows. I think these are from Jungle Adventure for that tower over there. I actually tried to use so many different windows, but I eventually decided on this one because I just wanted it to blend in. I didn't want anything sticking out there, and I felt like these Jungle Adventure windows did the trick. So yep, that interior over there, that's the first floor. As you can see, it has a pretty weird floor plan. So yeah, I kind of struggled with the floor plan a bit throughout the duration of this build, but I'm pretty happy with how it eventually turned out. And I'm just finishing with all of these windows, and I decided to put all sorts of vines here the second floor. I felt like that white wall just looked bland and boring, so I wanted to put all sorts of plants in it. I also decided to change that up. I think I made it white siding instead of just this plain plaster wall, just to give it a little bit more texture. And now we are moving on to the interior. So as usual, I'm starting with the kitchen. I don't know how others do it, but I realize that I always kind of start with the kitchen, but I always like just do the main layout and I just clutter it up afterwards. But I feel like once you have the kitchen done, like you've accomplished so much already and you kind of know the direction you're taking with the rest of the house. So it took me a while to play with this kitchen or to fix this kitchen. As you can see, it's very small. It's just a 3x3 space, and I couldn't decide if I was gonna make it like a galley style kitchen or not. So I eventually decided to make it this way, do it this way. Like I had all of the counters and all of the stuff on one side, and on the other side there is like a small chair or a small seating area which the Sims can sit in and lounge in and chill in while somebody is cooking. Or you know how in some houses there's like a formal dining space and an informal dining area. So yep, that was the formal dining area. As you can see now, I'm moving on to the second floor, like magical room, and you have that huge cauldron right there in the middle just as one goes up the stairs. Again, it's a very very tiny space actually, but I playtested everything and everything works very, very well, so you won't have any problem with that. And here I am just cluttering up this shelf with some of the potions we have in the debug menu, which by the way, I super love these potions because when you play it in live mode, you see all sorts of things like coming out of those potions, which is pretty cool. And I wanted to add a few skulls as well. Well, I felt like they added so much character to the space and they're pretty like believable to be in this space. So here we are working on the bathroom and the bedroom. I'm super in love with the Realm of Magic tile wall coverings. Like I really love the patterns and the colors in these. I feel like you can use it in so many different builds. So as you can see, I used like one of the swatches in the kitchen and the other one here in the bedroom. Um, and I did that along with some of the other Realm of Magic toilet fixtures. Like you have that beautiful ornate sink, peacock sink with a shower and with the toilet. And yeah, I just really like how that turned out. And here we are now in the master bedroom. As you can see, I added that yellow wall and I feel like it's such a nice touch for this space. Like it really brightens the room and adds so much character and so much, I don't know, life. And I just love how the colors turned out in this whole house. Yeah. Am I in love with this pack? The gameplay, not really, but the build and buy items, I obviously am. And I'm loving how it looks in all sorts of builds. So, there. I made a small sitting area here in the corner of the room or the side of the room. And I just wanted to decorate this with a lot of plants as usual and a bit more clutter. So I decided to put a pile of books. You're gonna see that in a little bit. I decided to put a pile of books here on the side. I felt like it was such a cute touch. I piled two of them right on top of each other, and I really like how it ended up looking in this space with the small end table and that notebook and light and whatnot. And of course, right in front of it, underneath that window, I put this dresser we also got from Realm of Magic, which by the way, I really love this dresser and I love the fact that we got two dressers. And most importantly, I love how the second dresser is vertical. Like, it's such an interesting shape and we don't have other dressers that look like that in the game. So I feel like it's really adds so much value to this game, which I absolutely love when we get that kind of items that just makes that are just so different compared to the ones that we already have. So yeah, I'm just very happy with that. Here I am just trying to add a few rugs. I wanted to put a light here in the corner, but I think I decided against it eventually and put another one of those Realm of Magic tables with a bar stool so that the sim can have like a computer table of sorts in the corner of the room. And then I placed these wall plants, what do you call them? Those hanging plants on the wall, and I love how they look. And I actually did that again in another build I am working on right now. So yup, I am working on another build. It is, okay, I'm gonna spoil it a bit. It's a modern farmhouse and it's basically the biggest build I've ever done in The Sims thus far. So it's taking me forever to finish, but I hope to be able to share that with all of you by this weekend or next Monday or Tuesday at the latest. Hopefully, I get to finish it and edit it in time. But going back to this build, right now we are working on the dining area. As you can see, there is this big door that leads out like to the back porch, or the back deck, or whatever you call it, wherever you're from. But I decided to change that up, and you're gonna see that in a little bit. Like, I'm gonna close off that whole kitchen space and change those big doors into like a smaller door, which kind of looks like a front door, if you ask me. Which is why I also think you can make that the front of the house. But yeah, I changed that up because I felt like I didn't know how to lay out that living area. I just didn't know how to make it look. Didn't know where to put all of the things. So I did change that, and it's gonna end up looking like this. So as you can see, there are smaller doors. I love this ornate window. I mean, this ornate mirror, and I use that a lot in my Realm of Magic builds because I feel like it just is perfect for this space. But I think I moved that a bit because I added a huge shelving unit, or like that armoire or whatever you call it, there in the corner, and I took off the television. So nope, there is no television in this home, but there is a laptop, so your sim is still gonna be entertained and will still have a lot of things to do in this house. It took me so long to decide on like the carpet for this living area. As you can see, I just played around with all sorts of carpets here. I felt like nothing really fit the space in terms of the size and even the color and the swatches. But you're gonna see it later. I actually chose a jungle adventure carpet for this space. It is the long horizontal, I don't know how to describe it, yeah, this one. And then I just made it face each other, like two copies of it, and I just made it face each other to make a full circle right there in the middle. And I decided on this orange swatch just because I felt like it went well with the rest of the colors of this room. And we are also nearing the end of the video, so I made a mistake and I wasn't able to record myself working on the landscaping and all of the outdoor areas. So you're just gonna see me working on all of these interior spaces, and after this you are going to be led straight to the screenshots. So before I go, I just want to say thank you once again for watching. I love how this build turned out, and I hope you liked it as well. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And please have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. See you next time. Bye!